Hello, greetings, fellow members of the Order of the Purple Cord. This is Lord Bob Hickman. I'm so glad to be here with you. I want to say thank you to all of you who've been coming out and joining the Order of the Purple Cord. For those of you who are new here at my channel, I have a Wiccan order that I've started, and it's called the Order of the Purple Cord. And I'll put the link below to the videos that explain that. You can also go to my website and read about it. And we also have a Facebook page, so I'll put all that below. But for those of you who are been involved with the Order of the Purple Cord, I promise you that we'd be having more videos. And Lady Angela, who's our High Priestess, is also doing videos. So I want you to check her out. We'll talk more about her in just a little while. Anyways, I've got on my purple cord here. Some of you said, Psychic Bob, I want to see your purple cord. And I think I've showed this to you in some other videos, but for those of you who haven't seen it, this is my purple cord. Now, everybody who becomes a member of the order has to make their own purple cord to wear. And a lot of you have been asking, how did you make that? This is actually made out of paracord. You can go on eBay or online and look up paracord, parachute. It's actually what's used for parachutes. It's called paracord or parachute cord. Just like a purple paracord, and you can buy this, and it's not expensive. I think I bought 100 yards for about $10. And I made this out of it. I braided it, and it's just beautiful, and I tied it off here at the bottom. And now I have a beautiful purple cord. And this is the symbol of our order, as many of you know. So anyways, we'll have more about the actual making of cords also coming up. But today I wanted to come here and talk to you about one of the mystic arts of the Wicca, and that is scrying. Now you're going to say, scrying? What's that? That sounds awful strange. Scrying is the art of getting an image, a vision, a psychic vision, or an image through a medium. And when I say medium, I don't mean a psychic medium like myself. I mean a physical medium, such as water, crystal, glass. Scrying means to look deeply into something and let an image come to you. Now, the earliest witches used water for scrying. They would go out and look at a still lake in the evening or in the morning when it was quiet and settled, and the surface of the lake was like a mirror, and they could gaze into that and have images. And water scrying really was the first scrying. Now, as it evolved, scrying became more complex. They started making magic mirrors, which we'll have video on, then crystal balls. And scrying became very elevated. Even people started buying sterling silver bowls and using them. And so scrying became its own art form. Well, today I thought we would talk about the early form of scrying, which is water scrying. And water scrying is not difficult. Anybody can practice it. But I wanted to show you here one of my wonderful new scrying instruments. This is my goddess scrying bowl. Take a look at that. Now, it's black on the interior. Scrying bowls usually have a black inside. The outside can be any color. This one happens to be beautifully sculpted. It's got the goddess Hecate, and then it's got the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So there's the mother, and there's the maiden. So we got maiden, mother, and crone. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the work on that. And, you know, this scrying bowl I bought from, of course, you know, my favorite store, which is also the official supplier of the Order of the Purple Cord, which is rarewiccaspells.com. I'll put the links down there, as I said, for that. And Rare Wicca Spells is headed by Lady Angela Riddle, who is the High Priestess of the Order, and also the owner of Rare Wicca Spells. She sells spells there. She sells magical and ritual supplies, everything you can think of. But I bought this amazing goddess scrying bowl at her site, so you might want to go over there if you like this and check it out. Now, how to scry? Well, the first thing you want is a scrying instrument, and in this case we're going to use a bowl. You don't have to use an expensive bowl. Any bowl that generally has a dark surface will do. I like this because it's just the right size. You know, you want to get something that's a little large so it has a wide window to look at, and something with a dark interior. This one just, I think, works perfectly. It feels good in my hands. And there are two ways you can hold. You can either hold it for scrying, or you can put it on a table. I like to put mine on a table just because I'm a klutz and I'll spill it everywhere. But then what you want to do is you want to get some water. Now, some witches say, use spring water, and that's all fine. I just happen to use regular tap water. Water is water. It's the element that counts. And you just want to add some of that to your bowl. Now, with the scrying bowl, you want to fill it up pretty good, close to the top. Not that it overflows, but up there pretty far. And as you can see here, you can see it's already shining down. The light is shining down on here. Hopefully you can see it. So see that? The water's in there. It's up pretty high. We have just maybe ½ an inch from the top. So, But once you feel that, you want to just let it settle down. Now, what I would recommend is that before you try to do scrying, that you may want to just do a little prayer, invoke the goddess, invoke the god, invoke whoever your higher power is. So we just want to close our eyes, and I'll call in the goddess. Great Mother Goddess, I call you Isis, Lady of 10,000 names. I invoke your presence here. Grant me your vision, grant me the sight. Help me to see what I need to see this night. And after you do your prayer, your energy is aligned and you're peaceful. Then what you want to do is gaze into your water. Now, the secret to water scrying is try to kind of get your vision at an angle, because this is pretty good. You see in the water, you can see a reflection of my hand, okay? So when you see to where you're kind of at an angle, it'll create a mirror effect, and you'll get a perfect surface for scrying. So as you can see here, see how that looks like a mirror in the bowl now? Do you see that? Look down in here. You can see the reflection. Do you see my hand passing through? So at this angle, looking in, I can get a mirror image. And this is just perfect for scrying. So you just want to settle down. Now, a lot of people like to burn incense. I would encourage that. I didn't do that today, but we could have incense going. And generally, you want to do scrying kind of in a dimmer environment. And now today, because I'm filming, I have the lights on. But you can actually, this today, because the bowl is so deep and dark, I'm even doing it in full light, and I still get a really deep field because the bowl is dark. But traditionally, you want to have maybe a little dimmer lighting. Have a candle. I scry by candlelight normally, so I'd have all the lights off, just have a candle here next to my bowl, and then some incense, and then we sit back and we look into our bowl. And as we look, we just relax. You don't want to strain. Scrying is a gentle art. So as we sit and we just look into that mirror of the water, just see what we can see. Now, generally what will happen is the first effect you'll get is usually the surface will appear to cloud over. You might see colors. A lot of times I see colors. I'll see red, and sometimes I'll see blue and purple. And just if you see that, don't get too excited. Just try to stay calm. Let that occur. And as that light will generally settle, then an image will form out of that. Now, at first you may only get colors, or even sometimes it looks like a mist form over the bowl. That's okay. Don't rush it. Allow that to happen. Scrying is a very natural process, and we don't want to rush it. And it's something that should be relaxing and do when you're centered. So we can just sit and we'll just look in here. Now, I would recommend that you scry by yourself, because sometimes having a lot of people around can be distracting. So luckily I'm by myself. And as I look into my bowl here, I'm just going to settle down. Let's see what there is to see. Now, I'm getting a bit of a gray mist that I see forming. And after that mist starts to fade a little bit, we'll see what there is. Wow. This is beautiful. I'm getting an image here in the bowl of a hillside. and it's like a hillside at sunset. And I see a shadow form or a silhouette against this open sky. And as I'm watching it, I see beautiful robes blowing in the wind. This looks like it's a lady. She's carrying a staff in her hand. And I hear names. Sometimes when you scry, you'll hear words, and I hear the word Hecate. This is a vision of the goddess. She's granting us a vision of herself. And I hear the name Hecate, and the wind is blowing. And I see the sun. And interestingly, the sun is fading now, and the moon is rising. And it's a crescent moon. And as I'm being brought closer to the goddess, I can see her face now. She's old, there's lines, but she smiles. There's a grandmother-like energy around her. And she's pointing up to the moon, and she says, "This is me, my sign." And it's a waning crescent, which means the moon is going from full to darkness. It's a crescent that's, the moon is going towards darkness, waning it's called. She's granting me just that vision of the waning crescent and her standing with it behind her. The image just faded. Isn't that wonderful? Sometimes I'll get, really quick visions. Sometimes there'll be still images. This was just a little bit, a short kind of image that she showed me. But it's a sign. For me, it's a sign. Now, when you get messages, don't let everybody tell you, oh, that's wrong, or you don't know what you're doing. Listen to your voice. Now, you guys weren't able to see, probably didn't show up on camera, what I saw, but that vision for me has a lot of meaning, and it's very real and valuable. So when you get information through scrying, honor that. You may not want to share all your scrying visions. Now, some people do scrying for others. It's a form of reading. You could have others sit with you and read for them. That's one way. But for your own journey, when you're developing, it's best to just work with your own images and keep them within, because those are sacred visions and sacred truth, and others may not understand them. But it doesn't make them any less real because other people don't understand it. I feel so blessed to have had this experience, to have seen a glimpse of Hecate. And I loved how she showed me the setting sun and the moon rising. Very powerful. So it means that even in darkness, at least for me as well, that the goddess is with us and her sign is in the sky. And when we see it, she is there with us. Anyways, guys, this is just a little bit of info on scrying. As I said, explore this. We're probably going to do a series on this. I think we need to cover a lot more because I'm going to teach you crystal scrying as well. This is water scrying. We also could do water scrying with silver bowls. That's popular too. I've tried silver personally. Just for me, the black bowls work better, but you can get silver scrying bowls also at Lady Angela's site at RareWiccaSpells.com. So anyways, I hope you guys have learned something. Listen, a lot of you have been sending in letters for Order of the Purple Cord. I have been getting them. We will be getting back to you. I'm just a little delayed in answering the mail. But I hope that you will go and join if you haven't. Our requirements are simple. We ask that you adhere to the Wiccan Read and that you, make a purple cord to wear and send us an email stating your intent to join, and we will add you to the rosters. Anyways, also we have a wonderful group forming over on Facebook at the Order of the Purple Cord, and Lady Angela has been so wonderful helping me to manage all of that. So go over there and check her out as well. I'm going to put her links below to her store as well as to her YouTube and also to Facebook. So check out. You guys got a lot to see. Anyways, thanks for being here. Blessings to all of you, and hope you'll come and explore the Order of the Purple Cord. One more last thing. Some of you have written, says, Psyche Bob, I'm not Wiccan. I've never been initiated, but I'd like to be part of the order. I don't know if I'm ready to be a full-fledged Wiccan, but I like what you're doing. Can I join? And the answer is yes. We welcome all people. We are going to teach from a Wiccan perspective, but you don't have to be a Wiccan. We do recognize self-initiations, and in the future, we may set up training and do initiations also. But we don't put any heavy rules on people. We believe in being eclectic and open, and we're very peaceful, we're nonviolent, and we never do black magic. We always honor the Wiccan reading. So I hope you'll consider coming, joining, and being part of our scene. Anyways, this is Bob Hickman. I'm so glad to be here with you. And tell me about your experiences with scrying. Have you ever done water scrying? Tell me in the box below. Thanks for being here. Keep it here. We've got more coming next week. We'll have another video for Order of the Purple Cord as well. And we'll be announcing that, what we're going to do soon. Blessings to you all. We'll see you back here next week.